What if one quiet decision changed everything? Fans are shocked as whispers turn into explosive revelations about how Kirk's choices sent cracks through the Frost family. Emotions ran high, loyalties were tested, and behind closed doors, a family drama unfolded that no one saw coming. The story began quietly, almost invisibly, the way the most dangerous family fractures often do. On the surface, the Frost household looked unchanged, smiling photos, polite interviews, carefully worded social posts, but behind those walls, Kirk's decisions were already rippling outward. Fans are shocked now, looking back, realizing the signs were there all along. Kirk Frost had always been the calm one, the strategist, the man who claimed he made choices for the good of everyone. But inside the family, that phrase had started to feel like a warning rather than a promise. According to those close to the family, it all started with a single, seemingly harmless decision, one Kirk never announced, never explained, and never thought would come back to haunt him. He didn't even ask us, one family insider later whispered. He decided, and we were expected to live with it. At first, the change was subtle. Schedules shifted, priorities rearranged, family dinners were postponed, then cancelled altogether. The Frost kids noticed before anyone else. One night at the table, the silence stretched so long it felt loud. "Is Dad coming?" one of them asked softly. Donna Frost froze, covering midair. "He's working late," she said, forcing a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. But working late became working always, and that's when emotions ran high. Behind closed doors, Donna confronted Kirk for the first time. The argument wasn't explosive, yet it was quiet, tense, the kind of confrontation that leaves deeper scars. "You made that decision without me," Donna said, her voice shaking. "Do you even realize what it's doing to us?" Kirk sighed, rubbing his temples. "You're overreacting. This is temporary. It's for our future." "Our future?" Donna shot back. "Or yours?" That question hung in the air, unanswered, and in that moment the Frost family was left divided. Friends began to notice, too. Longtime family allies whispered at gatherings, exchanging looks when Kirk walked into the room late and left early. Some defended him, saying pressure changes people. Others weren't so generous. "I don't recognize him anymore," one close friend reportedly said. "He used to listen, now he just decides." Fans are shocked by how quickly public perception shifted. Online, subtle changes didn't go unnoticed. Viewers dissected every appearance, every interaction. Comments flooded in. "Why does Donna look so distant? Why won't Kirk address the rumors? What is he hiding?" Then came the first major twist. A leaked voicemail, allegedly Kirk's, surfaced online. In it, a voice that sounded unmistakably like him said, "They don't need to understand. They just need to trust me." The internet exploded. Emotions ran high across social media, with fans choosing sides almost instantly. Some praised Kirk's leadership, others accused him of arrogance and betrayal. Inside the Frost home, the damage was immediate. "You said we mattered," Donna cried during a heated argument that neighbors later claimed they could hear through the walls. "But you're treating us like obstacles." Kirk's response was colder than anyone expected. "I can't carry everyone's feelings all the time." That sentence changed everything. From that moment on, the family dynamic shifted from tension to open conflict. The kids pulled away. Donna stopped defending him in public. And Kirk, he doubled down, insisting he was misunderstood. Another twist soon followed. A family meeting, intended to heal, turned into a battlefield. Accusations flew, old resentments resurfaced. One sibling finally said what everyone had been thinking. "You didn't just make a decision," they said, voice trembling with anger. "You chose yourself over us." Silence fell. Kirk didn't deny it. Fans are shocked that this was the moment everything fractured beyond repair. Friends took sides. Extended family members stopped showing up altogether. The Frost family, once seen as unbreakable, was now a cautionary tale playing out in real time. And just when viewers thought the drama couldn't escalate further, another revelation loomed, one that would force Kirk to confront the true cost of his choices. Because sometimes, the loudest consequences come from the quietest decisions. As the fallout spread, the Frost household became a pressure cooker. Every room held tension, every conversation felt like it might ignite something irreversible. What fans didn't see, what cameras never captured, were the long nights Donna spent replaying every moment, wondering when the man she trusted had started making decisions without her. Behind the scenes, Kirk was unraveling too. Friends say he justified everything by repeating the same line, "They'll thank me later." But even he couldn't ignore how quiet the house had become. Laughter vanished, doors closed harder, and the distance between him and his family grew heavier by the day. Then came another unexpected twist. Donna made a decision of her own, one she didn't announce, one she didn't warn Kirk about. She started confiding in someone outside the family, a longtime friend, a person who knew their history and wasn't afraid to question Kirk's motives. "I needed to feel sane again," Donna later admitted to a close confidant. "Everyone kept telling me to be patient, but patience was destroying me. When Kirk found out, emotions ran high. So now I'm the villain?" he snapped during another heated argument. "You're turning people against me." Donna didn't back down. "No, Kirk, you did that yourself." That confrontation marked a turning point. The arguments were no longer about the original decision, they were about trust, respect, and whether the family could survive this fracture. Fans are shocked by how quickly alliances shifted. Some of the Frost children openly sided with Donna, refusing to engage with Kirk unless absolutely necessary. One reportedly told a friend, "He listens to everyone except us." Online, speculation reached a fever pitch. Comment sections filled with theories, accusations, and emotional pleas. Some begged Kirk to apologize. Others accused Donna of plotting an exit. The family was left divided not just internally but in the court of public opinion. Then, just as tensions peaked, Kirk made another move, one that stunned everyone. He issued a public statement, carefully worded, emotionally distant, full of phrases like misunderstandings and long-term vision. He never apologized, he never acknowledged the pain. Donna read it in silence. Then she laughed, a sharp, bitter sound that startled everyone in the room. "That's it," she said. "That's all we're worth." That moment, according to insiders, was when something inside her shut down. The final twist came quietly. No shouting, no explosive scene, just a packed bag sitting by the door one morning and a note on the counter. "I chose peace," it read. Kirk stood there for a long time, staring at it. For the first time, the weight of his decisions hit him fully. The cost wasn't public backlash. It wasn't online criticism. It was an empty house. Fans are shocked by how unresolved the story remains. Will Kirk fight to repair what he broke? Will Donna return, or has the damage gone too far? One thing is certain. The Frost family will never be the same, all because of decisions that were made quietly but echoed loudly through every relationship that followed. What happened next was something no one expected, not the family, not the friends, and certainly not the fans watching from the outside. Days after Donna's departure, Kirk tried to regain control the only way he knew how. Silence. No calls, no explanations. He convinced himself that space would cool things down, that eventually everyone would come back to him. But silence doesn't heal wounds, it hardens them. Inside the Frost circle, whispers grew louder. "He thinks this will blow over," one relative reportedly said, "but people are done waiting." The kids felt it the hardest. Birthdays passed awkwardly, group chats went quiet, one child stopped answering Kirk's messages entirely. When he finally confronted them, hoping for reassurance, he got something else instead. "You chose your plan over us," they said bluntly. "Now live with it." Emotions ran high. That sentence echoed in Kirk's head long after the conversation ended. For the first time, doubt crept in. Had he gone too far? Had he mistaken control for leadership? The questions came too late. Meanwhile, Donna wasn't hiding. She was rebuilding. Friends noticed the change immediately. She smiled more, she slept better, she stopped defending Kirk in private conversations. When someone asked if she missed him, her response stunned everyone. "I miss who he used to be," she said, "not who he became." Fans are shocked by how quickly public sympathy shifted. The comment sections flipped overnight. Kirk, once seen as misunderstood, was now labeled distant and dismissive. Donna, once accused of overreacting, was praised for choosing herself. And then came another twist, one that cracked the situation wide open. A family member went live on social media. No names at first, just stories, carefully chosen words, but the message was clear. Kirk's decisions hadn't just affected Donna, they'd reshaped the entire family structure. "He made choices that forced everyone else to adapt," the family member said. "And when we struggled, he called it resistance." The internet exploded, fans dissected every sentence, emotions ran high, screenshots spread, reaction videos flooded YouTube. The Frost family drama was no longer private, it was a spectacle. Kirk watched it all unfold from the sidelines, stunned by how outnumbered he suddenly felt. Friends stopped calling, invitations dried up, the silence he once used as a shield now felt like punishment. Desperate, he reached out to Donna. The call went to voicemail. He left a message, his first honest one. "I didn't realize what I was doing," he admitted, voice breaking. "I thought I was protecting us. I think I was protecting myself." Donna listened to the message twice. Then she set the phone down. She didn't respond. The family was left divided, not by screaming matches anymore, but by boundaries. And sometimes those are harder to cross than anger. As weeks passed, one truth became impossible to ignore: Kirk's quiet decisions had spoken louder than any apology ever could. And fans are shocked to realize that the biggest question isn't whether the Frost family can heal, but whether Kirk is finally ready to listen, or if some choices, once made, can never be undone. Just when it seemed like the story had settled into a painful stalemate, another layer of drama surfaced, one that reframed everything fans thought they understood. A former friend of Kirk's stepped forward, not publicly at first. Quiet conversations, DMs exchange, then a single comment left under a reaction video that set everything off. This didn't start recently. Fans are shocked by what followed. According to those now speaking out, Kirk's pattern of quiet control had been building for years. Decisions made in private, agreements assumed, not discussed, support promised, then quietly withdrawn. What looked like a sudden collapse was actually a slow erosion. He always decided first, the former friend claimed, then explained later, if he explained at all. That revelation hit the Frost family hard, especially the kids. One of them reportedly confronted Kirk again, this time not in anger but exhaustion. "Why didn't you just talk to us?" they asked. "Why did we have to find out from everyone else?" Kirk had no answer. Emotions ran high as extended family members began reassessing their own experiences. Old moments suddenly made sense. Missed milestones, changed plans, a constant feeling of walking on eggshells around Kirk's vision. Donna watched it unfold from a distance, torn between validation and heartbreak. "I never wanted this," she told a friend. "I just wanted to be heard." Then came the moment no one expected. Kirk showed up unannounced at a family gathering, one he hadn't been invited to. The room went silent, conversation stopped mid-sentence. The family was left divided in real time. "I'm not here to argue," Kirk said, voice unsteady. "I'm here to listen." Skepticism filled the room. Years of quiet decisions don't dissolve with one sentence. Donna met his eyes. "Listening isn't a moment," she said calmly. "It's a habit." That line spread across fan pages within hours. Was this the beginning of accountability, or just another attempt to regain control? Fans are shocked that the story still refuses to settle into a clear ending. Apologies have been hinted at but not fully given. Forgiveness feels possible but fragile, and the Frost family remains caught between history and hope. Because the truth is now undeniable, Kirk's decisions didn't just affect one relationship. They reshaped an entire family, and whether that damage can be undone remains the biggest unanswered question of all. The aftermath of that gathering lingered like smoke after a fire, thick, uncomfortable, and impossible to ignore. People replayed Kirk's words over and over in their minds. "I'm here to listen." For some, it sounded sincere. For others, it felt rehearsed, too little and far too late. Inside the Frost family, the emotional divide deepened. One relative broke down afterward, saying, "He wants credit for showing up, but where was he when we needed him before?" Emotions ran high as old group chats resurfaced, messages reread with new meaning. Decisions that once seemed neutral now felt loaded. Every silence, every delayed response, every unexplained choice painted a clearer picture of how deeply Kirk's behavior had shaped the family dynamic. Fans are shocked by how raw the reactions became online. Clips from past interviews resurfaced. Fans analyzed body language, tone shifts, awkward pauses. "Look at Donna's face here," one commenter wrote. She already knew. Meanwhile, Kirk struggled with the backlash. Sources say he felt misunderstood, cornered by a narrative he no longer controlled. For the first time, he wasn't directing the story, he was reacting to it. In private, he confided in a close associate, "I didn't think leadership meant loneliness." That sentence spread quickly once it leaked, sparking another wave of debate. Sympathy clashed with skepticism. Was this growth or guilt? Donna, however, remained steady. She refused interviews, she declined public statements. When asked why she stayed silent while everyone else spoke for her, her answer was simple: "Because my healing doesn't need an audience." That response stunned fans. The kids followed her lead. Boundaries tightened, visits became conditional, conversations stayed surface level. Kirk felt the distance most during moments that once felt automatic, family updates he heard secondhand, milestones he wasn't invited to witness. The family was left divided not by shouting but by choices. Then came another unexpected turn. A private family message, never meant to be public, was leaked. In it, one member wrote, "We can love him and still not trust him." That single line shifted everything. Fans are shocked by how clearly it captured the heart of the conflict. Love wasn't the issue, trust was. As the drama continues to unfold, one question looms larger than all the rest. Can someone who made so many quiet decisions learn to make space for voices other than his own, or has the silence he created become permanent? And just when it seemed the emotional temperature couldn't rise any higher, a final revelation sent shockwaves through everyone watching. Kirk finally admitted something he had never said out loud, not to Donna, not to the kids, not even to himself. "I was afraid," he confessed during a private conversation that later circulated among close friends. "If I stopped deciding, I thought everything would fall apart." That admission reframed the entire narrative. Fans are shocked at how fear, not ambition, may have been the driving force behind his choices. But sympathy didn't erase consequences. Donna heard about the confession secondhand. She didn't rush to respond. Instead, she asked the question that stopped the room cold. "Why was your fear more important than our voices?" No one answered. Emotions ran high as the family faced a painful truth. Kirk's decisions weren't made with cruelty, but they were made without consent. And intention, as everyone now realized, didn't erase impact. Friends urged reconciliation. Some family members pushed for therapy, mediation, one last attempt to rebuild. Others refused outright. "We've already bent too far," one relative said. "If we bend again, we'll break." Fans watched the divide deepen in real time. Comment sections split into camps. Some pleaded for forgiveness, others warned against repeating cycles. The Frost family drama had become a mirror for countless viewers who saw their own stories reflected back at them. The final scene, at least for now, was heartbreakingly quiet. Kirk stood outside the family home one evening, hands in his pockets, unsure whether to knock. Inside, laughter echoed faintly. Life was moving on, with or without him. He turned away. And that's the moment fans are still talking about. Not the arguments, not the accusations, but the silence that followed. Because sometimes the loudest lesson comes when no one is left to hear your explanations, and the consequences of quiet decisions finally speak for themselves. So where does the Frost family go from here? Fans are shocked by how many questions remain unanswered, how trust hangs in the balance, and how one man's quiet decisions reshaped an entire family. Will Kirk change, or has too much already been lost? If you felt this drama, you're not alone. Now it's your turn. Like this video, subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories, and comment below with your take on where this family's future should go next.